I was worn out, exhausted, but had never seen a swamp before, and certainly not the vivid mossy green of mangrove forests, the bent reddish-brown trunks rising up out of the muck, miraculous as lotus blossoms. Again, I felt a sense of belonging, the slow, irrational dissolution of the self I had known, and another core truth of being emerging in concert with the landscape. I wanted to know about the small islands we were passing. Were they inhabited? Did food grow there? But I knew better than to talk to the women cloaked in black and laughing insouciantly at their own jokes, wrapping and rewrapping their coverings while staring nakedly at me, as if I were no more than a life-size cutout of a woman and not the real thing. I sensed there was a code to this place and that I knew it. I did not believe in the notion of a return to the homeland. Such an Africa was gone. I knew that. And yet there was something akin to a homecoming. As in Tahrir Square and Maadi and Gizeh and Sharm el-Sheikh, I felt familiarity in my marrow. Those moments of being watched on the boat were another kind of initiation. The women cut me into pieces and then put me back together again. I felt the burn of their stares acutely. But there was nothing to be done, no one else for me to be. My role was to be quiet, to make myself as still as possible while continuing to hold my body in a way that seemed normal. I was being apprehended, and to speak would have been to thwart the process, to deny these women the chance to run me through their filters, to digest me, and therefore let me inside. And I knew that inside was where I wanted to be, that I would be accepted in the eye at the center of the storm. And so I calmed myself and let myself be pulled across the divide. After, 1,000 canvases and not hitting it, I just decided I had to strip away everything and come to the actual core of the love story. And I had to ask myself why I was writing this book. And I realized it was to kind of pay homage to this experience and this man and this culture and what I had been given. And so once I kind of stripped everything away and got to that point, I realized that it really had to be told in a very different way than a memoir. And so the material started to call out for the rules of fiction, right? Mm-hmm. So the plot was very much about things that happened as opposed to interior psychological revelation in memoir. And my desire to to sort of describe this world in great detail was very much a fictional conceit in ways. So the work really told me. Right. It wasn't as if I decided, this was my story. Right. It was like, this was my next work. What is it going to be? And I waited and waited, and finally it started to tell me.